Hi, I'm Jimmy Wingo.
Hi, I'm Mike Wingo. He was driving go-karts and back in the day, and then my dad bought him his first race car, and then once Dad bought him the first race car, I was all in.
Well, it all started back 1994. We worked with a group out of Milford, Delaware, Blue Hen Racing, which was a Northeastern big block modified, and it's just went from there.
And then basically that's how it grew. We had a dirt modified back on the East Coast, and then we were trying to build a big block dirt modified. So we got that going, but then we started drag racing.
Moved here in '06 for our jobs in drag racing, and we bought a sprint car before we bought a house. So Cruise Pendergon, the Snap-on funny car. I've actually only been with Cruise since January 4th, but prior I was with Don Schumacher since 2010 is when I started there. So I do the clutch.
I work for Steve Torrance, and I do tires and a clutch assistant.
We bought the car in '06, and we didn't go racing until '09 because we had to sell our big block motor for our big block car back on the East Coast, and we bought the sprint car motor. Our first race was me driving at Kokomo, and Randy Hannigan went with us, and ever since then it's been game on. So we go to work every day. I go to work from 7 to 4. I get off at 4. I come home. I go in the house for a couple minutes, and then I come straight out here and tinker. I mean, it's not like we have. It's not like we gotta have it done in one night and turn it. I mean, we try to get everything done as much as we can so we can load up on Thursday night or early Friday morning, because most of the time we're off on Fridays before we go to a sprint car race somewhere. But not every Friday is like that, so we got to try to have it at a good spot to where we can load it in a hurry. So, but working with my brother here at the shop, it's just like any other brother relationship, I would think. Some days we fight and argue with each other, and then some days it's all good. I mean, so I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, who's the most organized one out of the two of you?
Probably neither one of us.
Yeah, organization isn't our skill. We do the best we can. As you can see, the race car shop, it's worked in. We work in this place. It doesn't matter if it's a car back there on the lift, car getting oil changed, anything, we work on it. That door frame, we put that in by ourselves. Then they come in and hung the door, but it's a working shop. I wish it was just for race cars, but.
What's something that getting into it you kind of wish you would have known a little bit more about?
How expensive the motors were.
Yeah.
Anybody can own the car.
Yeah.
It's that thing in between the frame rails.
I mean, we built a car
that are hard
it's
to come by.
done in the garage for 3 years, waiting to build our first motor. So,
Yeah.
motors are the heartbeat of everything, basically, and they cost the most. But they're fun to build. It started with him showing up at Gas City one night, Ryan and his dad, just asking if they could come out and run their 600 here, because Ryan was going to move up from quarter midgets to the 600, and I didn't have a problem with him coming out. And ever since then, I'm kind of mentoring Ryan, but I can only mentor him so much because I only drove a sprint car maybe 6 times. But Stevie's here, Travis is here. I mean, Brian's here. If he's got questions, he can ask them. All me and my brother can do is try to give him the best piece we can give him at any given night to go out and try to qualify. I mean, and it shows. You know, we went to Florida. He was kind of rusty. I mean, because actually that was only his 3rd time in a 410 Sprint Car. You know what I mean? And ever since then, he's progressed. You know what I mean? We went to Lawrenceburg. You know what I mean? He missed it. I think he missed transfer by 1 spot with the USAC guys. And we went to, he's been to Kokomo. He's been to Bloomington. He went to Bloomington a couple weeks ago and he ran 3rd in his heat race. So it's showing that he's getting better. You know what I mean? And that's all I keep preaching to him is we need to get 25 good laps every night. And that's, the seat time is what's going to make you better. You know what I mean? So working with him, it's fun. I mean, but like Zach, my son, he runs the 600 mini sprint up at 24 when he has time, since he's now drag racing. So he's actually working for Dwayne Shields' top alcohol dragster team. So he gets to go up there. But when we got to go up there last year and he was running, it was really satisfying watching him race, qualify, make progressions as the night went on, driving harder, whatever it takes. So I think it's a whole lot of fun to be able to watch my kid do a good job. And actually Ryan, you might as well be my kid, you know what I mean? Because I got to protect him. I got to put a car under him that's safe, because if anything could happen to him, his mom would probably hang me up by my toenails. So
no, as far as, I didn't see myself owning, but I knew I wasn't never going to be a driver. And then with him, it was all about helping him. And then that didn't materialize because of drag racing. And if you're going to do it and be good at it, you got to do it every weekend or every time you can. And we just couldn't dedicate that time to it. So he said, let's get somebody in that can drive. So that's when we started. We got Shane Mill to drive it some.
Scotty Weir.
Scotty Weir drove it. Brian Hayden drove it.
Brian Hayden drove it in 2013 for all the USAC stuff and the local shows around here. That's the 2013 is the year we won the track championship at Putnamville. Where I would like to see Wingo Brothers racing, I mean, shoot high, right? I'd like to be a USAC champ. I mean, I'd like to build a midget, go run Chili Bowl, win the Chili Bowl. I'd like to have Silver Crown car, run Silver Crown racing, but you can only do so much in a day, you know, with a full-time job. So eventually, yes, I'd like to have nothing but race cars in here for me and my brother and whoever's driving them, and be at the top of the game of USAC.